Hey folks, back with another little video. This time a sword review, a 4 for the price of 1 sword review. I've got 4 Cold Steel Machete series quote-unquote swords, and literally 4 for 1. You can get 1 sword for the price of 4 of these things together. These are an inexpensive way to get into backyard cutting and have fun with something safe and reliable. I've never seen anyone have any issues with these things failing. I'm sure they do, but don't get me wrong. This one's the Katana Machete. I'm kind of overlaying everybody with. So I chose to break this up into 4s. Obviously, we'll talk a little bit about each particular one. And I kind of put them in order from my favorite to my least favorite. And the one that was my least favorite here, which is the 24-inch Latin machete with a D guard, actually performed really well. It kind of blew my mind, actually. But anyway, I'll talk a little bit more about it. But these were all purchased, I believe, except for the Katana machete I bought local here in town, but all the rest of them came from Warriors and Wonders Blades Canada. And I'll do the best I can to annotate the prices on the screen as I go through and give you a little bit of information. But I'm going to start with the one that's running this way with the ring on the bottom here, the Chinese War Sword Machete. So let me clear the table here and we'll look at that one a little closer. So here she is. This is the Cold Steel Chinese War Sword Machete. And as the name implies, it is a war sword, Chinese war sword shape, and a machete thinness, a machete stock, very thin stock. It's a, I believe these things are 1095. They're a carbon steel. This is the older model with the bar of soap handle, which leaves a lot to be desired, so much so that Cold Steel has changed it on the more current models. They run a more braided handle, more similar to the tactical Katana machete, which we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, so that's this one. Some specs. Its weight is 41.2 ounces with a blade thickness 2.8 millimeters. The blade length alone is 24 inches, so 2 full feet of blade. 38-inch overall length. Handle's 14 inches long. I said it was 1095. It isn't. It is 1055 carbon steel with a black baked on anti-rust matte finish and a Core X sheath, which isn't a sheath. It's more like a blade cover. It kind of just doesn't really slide in or anything. It's more like a storage blade cover, but then a sheath comes with all these mounting attachments, like you're gonna ninja sword this thing on your back or something. But I'm gonna splice in a few cuts with this, and I'm gonna move on to the next sword and we'll talk about the next one. So hope you enjoy. Sword. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a 6 Tim Hortons cup test I'm going to do on all these swords. I'm going to try and do roughly the same cuts on the same test medium. Give you an idea how each one of these performs. You'll notice the sword has changed. This time it's the Cold Steel Tactical Katana Machete, which is a very similar unit. It's a weight of 35.2 ounces. Blade thickness is still 2.8 millimeters. Blade length is similarly 24 inches. Overall is 36 1/4, which gives you a 12 1/4 inch long handle. 1055 anti-rust, Core X sheath, same as the other one. So not much else to say about it other than that where the other one was a Chinese war sword, this one's a katana. It's got a, it came with a nice, what is the word, a convexed edge, like an apple seed kind of shape edge to it, which was easy for me to touch up on my cane onion. Super razor sharp when I got it. I will say this about it, when it came to the local store and I went to get one, the first one that I took home in my happiness to have a Katana machete, when I got home, looked close, the blade was terribly off the shoe to one side, like it was coming out on a weird angle. So I went back to the store, showed the guy, we looked at the other one was perfect, and that's the one you see before you. And I hope they sent the other one back and didn't sell it. Anyway, like before, I'm going to splice in a few cuts with this one, and you can see how this performed on the exact same test. It's the Katana machete. And there you go, that was the Cold Steel Tactical Katana Machete doing its thing. Now we'll move on to the Cold Steel Gladius Machete. It is a blade length of 19 inches with an overall of 26 7/8. Same 1055 carbon steel, same 2.8 millimeter blade, same Corex sheath, much different handle. A lot of the weight shifted down to this really, really heavy pommel in the back here. And so it gives a whole different balance. It's kind of a recurved edge to it, you can see here. Wicked point. I didn't do any penetration tests on it because, come on, do I really have to? That thing is wicked needle tip on it. See? Whoops. There we go. But the recurve to it, coming up to this weird little corner, given with the back heavy center swing, one-handed weirdness of it, a little bit of getting used to, so not quite the same performance, but I'll let you make up your own mind. Here's the video of this one on the same 6 cups. And Cold Steel Roman Gladius. There you go. I think you can hear the difference that the Katana makes more of a tick when it goes through the cups. I think the Gladius machete makes more of a little thud when it hits them. I didn't kind of show them up close, but they were cut and clean. I mean, all these swords I've had a lot of time off between the flu and I had a surgery I've been kind of recovering from, and yeah, so I've had lots of time to spend sharpening them, so these things are all strapped out razor sharp. Speaking of lots of time sharpening them, this one here, the last one that we're going to look at, is the 24-inch D-guard Latin machete. Latin D-guard machete, something to that effect. And when I received it, it came out of the box literally with 0 edge. I mean, it was an absolute blunder how this thing ever slipped through the cracks, so to speak. It was painted black. It's still painted black. Let me see, can I get it in the right light here? There's still quite a bit of black paint visible along the edge here, because when I first received it, here it shows it better. Look at the bottom edge, bottom half. Now look, when I first received it, I sharpened from where it's shiny, so from right here forward, just to get it up and running, just to have a bit of fun with it. I got it for Christmas, I believe it was. And yeah, some assembly required, don't be talking. I mean, it must have been a Friday machete. But anyway, I sharpened it. I sharpened it with a Lansky, I believe, in the beginning. put an edge on it, and it cut pretty well. But the thing I quickly noticed about it is, where is it? So here's the handle. It is hard to show on camera, but holy crow, bro. This thing is, where is it? Really, really springy. Really bendable, pliable, springy. I just noticed, actually, to give you guys the specs on it, the blade thickness on this sword is 2 millimeters. The others were 2.8 millimeters. 0.8 makes a bloody difference with these, I tell you. Yeah, it's so thin that when you swing it, it wobbles in the air and it's hard to get a clean cut. That was my experience with it and my memory of using it a year ago. However, I left it to the last because it was the one I was looking forward to using the least. And from the first cut to just about every cut, it really blew my mind. The second last Tim Hortons cup in this video, it twisted my hand a little tiny bit because the blade was wobbling. But other than that, geez, it cut like a champ. So what the hell do I know? Here's the 24-inch Latin machete doing its thing on 6 Tim Hortons cup. And 24-inch Latin D-guard machete. So there you go, folks. That is my 4 for the price of 1 review on the Cold Steel Chinese War Sword Machete, Tactical Katana Machete, Gladius Machete, and 24-inch Latin D-guard Machete. I hope you enjoyed, and if you stay tuned, there'll be some more videos hopefully coming soon. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye.